Hi, I'm Ron Paulk and I'm sitting at my stand-up desk. So the project today is to begin to take the model of the stand-up desk and create a set of flat buildable plans. Now to do this, I'll be using my SketchUp model, and then I will be using the companion program with the SketchUp Pro version called Layout to create a printable, buildable set of plans. I've had a few requests for the plans, so I thought that I would make the plans, make them available on my website for purchase and download, but I would also take advantage of the time I'm going to spend creating a set of plans to show you how I do it. So the first thing that I did was come back into the model and make an as-built. So what I wanted to do when I did the first model, or the original model, it was kind of rough. It was good enough for me to take down to the shop and build, but I evolved it in the shop, which you guys have all seen on the other videos. And I also made a few additions and changes. Of course, that's the evolution. And so the very first thing was to, again, update the model or create an as-built. So I added the drawer. I added the holes that I drilled for the wire runs. And I went through and carefully rebuilt the model so that it was accurate at this point. Better to spend my time. It took a couple of hours, but that was just because I was really going through every single detail because as I make copies of it and as I break it apart to do the buildable plans, I don't want to discover something that then I have to back up a little bit. And I still may discover a few things which I can edit, and you'll see that as we go. Now, one of the other things I'm doing is I'm going to try to use the outliner. This is new to me. I know a little bit about it, but not a lot, all self-taught. And it's an organizational thing that helps me to hide and show and organize the model. And so I took the time to make groups and components and groups inside of groups so that I could, as I make another feature you'll see me use is tabs, and that will be to show different views to make different pages in the plans. And so I will be able to go into these different groupings in the outliner and hide and show. For example, if I just do the complete top here, you can see just by clicking on it, it opens it up. And if I right click and hit hide, then the entire top is hidden. So it makes it a little easier to be able to demonstrate what I need to demonstrate. Now I can go in and click on a group and hide it in the model. The problem with it is hard to unhide it because you can't see it. But here you can unhide and bring it back. And of course, when I click on something, it automatically highlights. Now there's a lot of things in this left base. If I click that open, you can see that I've labeled each of the components and groups. And you know a group from a component because a component has these four little squares. That just indicates that there any multiple instances of these would be, if I had five base backs, they would this would indicate that there's multiples of that. And the other thing I did was so I have a left base and a right base, which are identical. What I did was I took my time on one, got it just how I wanted it, and then I took a copy of it. So going into this group and then taking that group, so that base is all one. I just, after I got it edited how I wanted it, I hit the move key, hit the option key, and I drug a copy of it. And then I hit the S key for scale, and I just drug it, inverted it. And you can look down in the lower right corner, that's -1. So that gives me a perfect mirrored copy of the first one. And I had already created the right base. So when I did that, I just changed the name to left base. But you can see, since I've just created that, it automatically put a second right base in. And if I come in here and I delete that, you can see it takes it out of the outliner. So this is, I think, going to be a powerful tool in the future. And I'm going to, even when I design my houses and remodels, start using this. It's something I knew was there, but haven't gotten into it. But I see a lot of power here, and it's going to definitely help in setting up the model for doing the layout flat version of it. So what I need to do is, the first thing I want to do is I want to take a copy of this entire model and break it down into all of its pieces and show a visual cut list. And it's all made of 1/2-inch plywood. And so what I will do is draw a 4x8 rectangle. I'll hit the R key, and I am going to just draw out randomly. And I will type in 4 feet by 8 feet and hit enter. And then I'm going to double click on it, right click, and I'm just going to make it a group. No need for a component. I'm not going to be editing this. So I just made it a group to close it up. And I think I need about 5 sheets. So I'm going to hit my M key for move, tap the Option key to get the plus sign. And I'm going to drag it over, and I'm going to hit 4 feet 2 inches to give it a little separation. And then I know I need a total of 5. I think I might need more. I can always add. And so without doing anything else, I'm going to hit X4, and that will give me a total of 5 with the same 2-inch spacing all the way across. And now what I'll do is take the whole model, and I'll hit the M key for move, tap the Alt key for copy, and I'm just going to drag a copy over here. And what this copy is for is to, I'm going to right click on it, or left click, and I'm going to explode it. And that explodes it into its 3 basic groups. And then I'm going to grab the top, hit move. And my goal here is that when I'm all done, there'll be no parts left here. And that way I'll assure I get all my parts laid out. And this is like a jigsaw puzzle. I will be moving pieces around and creating a visual cut list so that anybody, it'll be printed on the plans, and anybody who has it can at least see my suggested layout of the parts. So I'm going to now take the top, and I'm going to hit explode, and that will get me into that group. And so I'll start with the biggest part. I'm just going to drag it over here, and what I want to do is set the bottom onto the top of the plywood so that I don't get this reffing here where you've sort of got 2 surfaces that are kind of conflicting with each other. But if I drag this to the up, got to grab the bottom, drag it up, you can see that I get that solid color. Well, I want to have the grain run with the grain in the plywood, so I'll turn it that way, and I will put it where it goes. So there's only one piece that takes up that. So now I will grab one of these fronts. I'm going to hit the M key, Option key. Actually, I don't need the Option key. I'm going to knock that off because I do want to have the pieces disappear from the model so that I know I've covered everything. So the first thing here is just using the move key. I'm going to find these little cross hatches on the side of the group and just come to 0. Find it in there. And then I want to rotate it this direction. Again, I'm going with the grain of the plywood, and I'm at 90 there. And so I'll just get it down onto the representative plywood, and I'll just grab the top here and I will marry it up to that one. And I am going to move it over 1/8 of an inch. And that just gives me, helps me remember that I'm going to lose a little bit of material when I'm cutting. Now I want another copy of this. The back of the desktop and the front are identical. So what I'll do is I'll just, instead of bringing the other one and doing all the rotation, I'll take advantage of having already done that, and I'll hit the M key for move, which I already have, tap the Option key, and I'm going to just come over, and I can see there that it isn't going to fit there. I'm going to have to find a different place for it. But before I do that, I'm going to go to the other back since I have it already represented here, and I'm going to hit delete. And again, it's important, particularly a more complicated model, you'll want to keep track of things and make sure that you've got all the parts and not leave any back there. So for now, I think just to keep these two together, I'm going to click on one, shift click on the other, which selects them both, and I'm going to hit the move key, and I'm going to just drop it on the next piece, and then I'm going to highlight this one and move it, tapping the M key, come over 1/8, enter. All right, and then I am going to grab the base here, and these two base, oh, didn't want to hit delete. I'm going to hit the M key for move and just move it. And if I hit the O key for orbit, I orbit around the model, and you can see that, you know, it's got the holes in it. And this one, when I take these apart, it has the hardware in it. All right, so then I'm going to take this and put it on the plywood. And again, it does fit there, so for now I'm going to put it there. Move it over that 1/8. And I'm going to make a copy of it. Move. Tap the Alt key. You don't have to hold the Alt key, just tap it. Coming up and butt it right to that piece, and then move it 1/8. And then come back up here and delete that piece. So that is where I'm going to stop for this video. What I'll do now is I'll spend a few minutes going around and reorganizing these and seeing if I can fit these two on this and get it to 4 sheets. But that will, you'll see it in the beginning of the next video, what I ended up with. If you like these videos on designing using SketchUp or technology and construction, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share with others. That's the one thing I can't seem to get too many people to do, and it would be nice if a lot more people shared these videos with friends and professional groups and just other people that you think may have some benefit from them. And also, if you want a set of the workbench plans, you can click on the link in the video, go right over, order a set. You'll download them instantly. And hopefully here in the near future, I'll be adding a set of the stand-up desk plans. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Have a great day.